in this video, I'll show you some basic exercises you can do on the ground or on mats to help you improve your coordination, your rhythm skill, and your basic strength. Please make sure to check out my other video where I show similar exercises on bench, because these two are a great combo to do together. In each of the exercises, I'll first show it in slow motion, and then I'll speed it up so you can get an easy feel for how you're going to do these exercises when you're training them yourself. Now, if you're also a physical education teacher, please stay tuned after the exercises, because I'll give you some tips and tricks on how you can make this a fun activity to do with your students. thank you for watching the exercises. If you like what you saw, please don't be afraid to hit the like button and also subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. Now, if you're still with me, I'm guessing you're a physical education teacher and you want to know how you're going to do this in class. And if you stay with me a while longer, I'll give you a few tips on how to make this a great and fun class for your students. I usually use these exercises when I have a class that focuses on coordination, but I can also use these exercises as a warm-up for all kinds of activities. I prefer to use them for gymnastics or parkour because not only is it a great way to get your heart beating, it's also a good way to learn how to use different parts of your body. Now, before you do this with your class, I really recommend that you talk to your students about coordination. Because a lot of your students will find these movements to be frustrating and quite difficult. And it's important that they know that in order to work on our coordination, we really have to subject our body to a new impulse and a new experience. And that basically means we don't know how to do the movement. And that in itself is frustrating. And it's just important that the students know that that feeling is quite all right. Now, looking at the setup, you'll see I have my benches and I have my mats. And then I divide my class into smaller groups, and then each group have their own line of benches and their own line of mats. And then I'll show an exercise on the bench and I'll show an exercise on the mat, and then the students will do 1 to 3 laps with this exercise. And they're basically on their own trying to solve this problem that I give them, but if they have questions regarding the exercise or they need some tip, I'll go around and help the students that want help. Now, moving on, if you're doing exercises with different levels, I'll show level 2 on the bench and then I'll show level 2 on the mat. And then I tell the students that you have to get a feel for what level works for you. So if you're finding level 1 difficult and you haven't quite mastered that yet, then you should stay on level 1. And then maybe next class you have mastered that and can get on to level 2. But you should focus on working on your coordination at the level you are at. Now, after a few classes, your students will get pretty comfortable with the exercises you have chosen. And this is the time that I introduce a new level to the coordination training. Now, I'll add music. Not that I haven't been using music before. I really recommend that you use music, and the best thing is to use music that the students want to listen to, because not only does that increase the motivation, it's also a great way to really get into the movement, and it makes it more fun for you and your students. But what I mean is, at this stage, I'll tell the students we're going to do the same exercises, but we're going to add music with a specific beat. And now you have to perform the exercises in the beat of that music. And in this way, you add a new element to the coordination, that not only do you have to focus on your arms and your legs, you also have to listen after a beat, and you have to make the body work with that beat. And that is an interesting way to see your students work with coordination in a new way. I really hope you like the exercises, and I hope you're excited about getting out there and trying it with your students. If you have any questions regarding this resource, please leave it in the comments and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Best of luck trying this out.